So we've started the last few classes standing, and I thought today we're going to start seated. And for now, just maybe sit on a block or sit on a blanket so your hips are elevated a little bit off the mat. Your knees are below. And then take a moment to really settle in, maybe closing your eyes if that feels good. And grow a little taller through the crown of the head. Feel the earth underneath and feel the sky above. Inhaling, growing a little taller. And exhaling, rooting down a little more. As you're sitting here, I have my little oracle cards next to me, the Sacred Traveler, and I'm just going to pick a group community card. And the group community card for today is ascending the mountain. Keep going forward. So that's our message for today. And keep breathing. And letting the breath travel up all the way into your chest. And letting it float out. Gathering it up from the belly into the rib cage and all the way up under the chest. And then letting it travel out the chest, the rib cage, the belly. And keep going in your own pace. You're filling up from the belly, through the ribs and the chest, and out. And then place your hands on your knees. You can flutter the eyes open, and we just begin with some Sufi circles here. So we're going to circle the hips around one direction. And you can go a little smaller first as we're warming up here. You can go a little bit bigger and switching directions at some point. And just noticing what's showing up in your body here today. You're finding the center. Sitting up tall, hands are still on the knees. And then as we inhale, we send the heart forward, send the gaze up. And as you exhale, lean back. Tuck the belly button in, tuck the chin in, rounding the spine. Keep going. Inhaling, shining the heart forward, sending the gaze up, and then exhaling, sinking back, rounding the spine. Just a little bit of like a seated cat-cow motion here, getting the spine open, flexing, and rounding the spine here. Keep going a few more times. And then on the next inhale, we reach your arms up, rise them up overhead. On the exhale, bring the right hand down, lean over to the right with the left arm. Inhaling back up. And then exhaling, the left hand travels down, the right arm reaches over, keeping the hips grounded on the floor. And we just keep going, following your own breath here. Yeah, let your breath be your guide. We may not all move at the same speed. Just keep going here. We're going to move throughout this class in a little bit of some balancing action, but not with the intention to maintain perfect balance, but simply an opportunity for us to inquire about how is my balance today and how is my right side maybe different from my left side. right? Non-judgmental. And as we do that, we do the same thing in our lives, just observing. It's just normal to be out of balance every now and then. We're not always in perfect balance, and that's just how it is. One more time over to the left. And then reaching up all the way straight. And bring the hands down and bring your right fingertips to the back of your head here. Your left hand is on the floor, on the fingertips. As you inhale, draw that right elbow back and look up. As we exhale, we bring the right elbow over to the left knee. Inhaling, reaching up. And then exhaling, bringing it over to the left knee, twisting, looking over the left shoulder. Go here a few times in your own pace. See where you want to pause. Maybe you want to pause in your twist. And then opening up, letting the right hand travel down to the mat and the left fingertips come to the back of the head. Inhale, draw the left elbow back. And then on the exhale, bringing the elbow diagonal across to the right knee. Inhale, expand, open up, maybe look to the left, and on the exhale, diagonal. Inhaling, open. And one more time, bringing it over here. And we inhale up all the way, reaching the arms up wide to the side. Inhale, reaching them up. And then place the hands down in front of you on the floor and come over onto your hands and knees here. I'm going to move to the side so you can see a little bit better. So we're finding a table here on hands and knees. Take a moment to really make sure we want to have the hands, the wrists underneath the shoulders. Spread the fingers nice and wide so you have a nice surface on the mat. Tops of the feet are in the mat. And then here once more, as we inhale, we send the tailbone back, we send the chest forward, gaze up. As we exhale, press the floor away, rounding the spine, tucking the chin. And through a few cats and cows here, you can maybe move a little bit faster, or keep moving a little bit slower if you want to take it easy on Friday night. We find a neutral table. Take a moment to really press these tops of the feet into the floor. And then take the weight out of the knees and lift the knees up a few inches off the mat and lower them back down. Now we do that one more time. We press into the tops of the feet so the toes are not tucked under. And just lift the knees a few inches off the mat and lower them back down. And as we inhale once more, we send the heart forward and curl out. Exhale, we round everything, tuck everything in, and then lift the knees off the mat as well. Maybe you're just lifting a few inches here. Maybe you're not lifting all the way. One more time, curling out. And curling in. And coming back down to normal table, shimmying the hips from side to side here a little bit, just find some movement. And on the next inhale, we send that left leg long behind us, flexing the foot. Hips keep facing the earth, toes are pointing towards the earth. And then reach the diagonal arm, the right arm out to the front, and take a moment here to really expand in both directions, through the heel and through the fingertips in the front. How long can you get? How much expansion can you find? How much space is there? Just explore a little bit. Inhale, reach. Then on the exhale, the right arm comes to the right side and the left leg comes around to the left. Inhaling back to front and back. And then exhaling, traveling both to the sides. Just keep going here a little bit. Reaching once more to the front and the back. The right hand comes down. You replace the right hand on the mat and then take your Left hand on your left hip, and we begin maybe to wobble here a little bit, finding our balance. Opening the hip to the front, so the hips are stacked on top of each other. The left leg is long, pressing through the heel here. And then reach that left arm up long. Spread the fingers wide. And then once more, ground down through your hand, through your knee. Then expand through the fingertips, the heel, and the crown of the head in all directions. Inhale, maybe drawing that left arm back a little bit. Then on the exhale, we bring that left knee next to the right, hovering. We just hug our ribcage here with the left arm. And then we open up again on the inhale, finding that modified half moon Ardha Chandrasana here. And keep going back and forth, exhaling. We round back in, hug back in. And inhale, we open up. And exhale, closing in. And inhale, opening up. One more time here. And then we bring the left hand down to the mat. Keep the left leg lifted. Tuck the right toe under. Kickstand that left toe. And then lift up to a three-legged downward facing dog. So the left leg is in the air. I'll just stay here for a moment. Feeling the grounding through the hands and through the foot. As we inhale, we just shift the weight forward into a three-legged plank. And as we exhale, we send the leg back up, shift the hips back. Just keep going here a little bit. You can also lower that right knee down if you want in between. Just keep going a few more times as we move to the pleasant sound of my neighbors. I don't know if it's the lawnmower or something. And then lifting the leg up one more time, three-legged dog, lowering that leg down, finding downward facing dog here. Take a moment here to spread your fingers wide, heels are heavy. Shaking the head yes and no. Inhaling, drawing the inhalation in through the hands and the feet. And exhale, sending the exhale down into the earth here. Now we come back onto hands and knees. We do the same thing on the other side. I'm just going to turn around so you can keep seeing me from this side. So this time we inhale, we reach the right leg long behind. And the left arm, the diagonal arm, reaches to the front. Once more, taking a moment here to really extend through that right heel and through the left fingertips, getting as long as we can. Inhale, and as we exhale, we bring the right leg around to the side, the left arm onto the left. Inhaling, reaching long, and exhaling out to the side. And keep going here a few times. And out to the side. And we reach long, keeping the leg lifted, bringing the left hand down. Taking a moment to plant that hand firmly, finding our balance. And then we take the right hand onto the right hip. Opening the hip to the front, stacking. Pressing through that right heel, reaching the right arm up overhead, finding Ardha Chandrasana here. Once more, expanding through the heel, the fingertips, the crown of the head. Inhale, draw that right arm a little bit more back behind you. Then on the exhale, bring the right knee next to the left. Hug everything in. Slowly opening out again. And hugging back in. Inhale, drawing out. And exhale, hugging back in. One more time, reaching open here, feeling the expansion, breathing in all directions. Imagine we send the breath out through the heel and the fingertips. And then bring the hands down. Keeping that right leg lifted, tuck the left toes under, kickstand the right toes for a moment, and then lift up to your three-legged dog here on this side. Finding your stability here. As we inhale, shift the weight forward. Three-legged plank. And exhale, sending it back up. Inhale, three-legged plank. And exhale, back up. Inhaling. And exhaling, pausing here for a moment. Lowering the right foot down, finding downward facing dog. Sending the hips high, grounding down through the hands, through the feet. Drawing the breath in, imagine we draw it in through the hands and feet. And we send it back out into the earth. And then from here, bend your knees and travel to the front of the mat, finding a forward fold here. And just turn around. Forward folding here. Maybe holding on to opposite elbows, swaying from side to side a little bit here. Letting go of the hold of the elbows, letting the hands come down next to you to the side. Bend the knees a little bit and find that grounding in your feet. And from the grounding in the feet, inhale, we rise up all the way to standing. Reach the arms out, sending the gaze up. Just keeping the arms open here for a moment. And exhale, we draw the palms down together to the heart. Arriving in our first Tadasana and our first mountain pose here today. Inhale, we reach the arms up, and then as we exhale, we sink into the knees, sending the hips back, finding an easy Utkatasana here, our first Utkatasana, chair pose. And then turn your hands so your palms are facing the floor. Inhale, reaching the arms a little higher, and on the exhale, just draw the arms down and back behind you. Keep going a few times like this, inhaling, rising the arms up, exhaling behind you. And then you decide, how deep do you want to sit in your chair? You know, maybe you keep it a little higher, or maybe you go a little deeper. Inhale, rise up, and then the next time, we bring the arms down, we lift the left leg off the mat, bring the knee into the chest, sending it back down. Inhale, reaching up. Once more, exhale, lifting the left knee. Back down. Lifting the left knee, and then here, instead of rising up, we inhale, we send the left leg back, and we send the arms forward. And exhale, we bring the knee back in. Once more, bringing the leg back, reaching the arms forward. Knee into chest, arms behind, and one last time, sending that left leg back, reaching the arms forward. And a little bit of a traveling Virabhadrasana 3. And sending the left foot down, reaching the arms up, sitting in chair, maybe closing the eyes here for a moment. And rising up tall, straightening the legs, bring the hands to the heart. Rest your thumb knuckles in your sternum for a moment. Check in. Compare both sides of the body. Listen to your heartbeat. Flutter the eyes open again. One more time, sinking into the knees, reaching the arms up, palms facing down. Inhale, exhale, draw the hands down and back, and this time pull the right knee into the chest. Sending the foot down, inhale, reaching up. And keep going, pulling the right knee into the chest. And one more time. This time as we inhale, we send the right leg straight behind, reaching the arms forward. Exhale, pulling the knee to the chest, arms behind. And again, not giving ourselves a hard time. And this is not perfect. This is not about perfection. This is just about noticing. Is my balance off? And if it is, then just observe this. And one more time, bringing the knee in. Sending the foot down. Reaching the arms high, sitting back a little bit deeper maybe in our chair. Here. Close the eyes. Relax the shoulders away from the ears and draw the elbows into your waist. So this nice opening of the shoulder space. And inhale, rise up all the way, reach the arms long. Reach your entire torso to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhale, we reach the arms high. Exhale, draw them down the midline, folding forward. Inhale, we lift halfway, hands on the shins, fingertips on the shins. Reaching the head forward and the tailbone back. Exhale, fold in. And as we inhale, we send that left leg back. Take a moment. Maybe we have blocks under hands or books under hands. That helps a little bit to find a little bit more space here. And take a moment to rock back and forth here, pressing through that back heel, create a little bit more space here. And then we lower that knee down to the floor. Draw the right hip back and the left hip forward. Inhale, rise up, reaching the arms overhead, opening the heart forward. Exhale, we float the arms down alongside the body. And inhale, the arms come up one more time, and here we hook the fingers overhead. And we draw that left arm over to the right side, looking down to the right, opening the left side of the ribcage here, breathing into the opening. And inhale, we come back up, sending the gaze up. Exhale, hands come to the blocks or to the floor, lifting the back knee, stepping forward, and then lift that left knee high, finding a standing needle here for a moment. Inhale. Exhale. Place the left foot down next to the right, folding forward. On your next inhale, the right leg steps back. Taking a moment to find that length, rocking back and forth, and then we lower that right knee down to the floor. Draw the left hip back and the right hip forward. Inhale, rising up, reaching through the fingertips, relaxing the shoulders. Exhale, the arms pour down alongside the body. Inhale, the arms come up. We hook the fingers, and the left arm draws the right arm over to the left, looking down to the left side, opening the right side of the ribcage. Inhale, draw the arms back to center, looking up and back here for a moment, drawing the arms a little bit back. Exhaling, hands to the blocks or to the floor, lifting the back knee, shifting the weight to the front foot, and then lifting the right leg high here one more time. Placing the right foot down next to the left, and then the hands come onto the floor, stepping back, finding high plank. And your choice if you want to lower down with knees down, and then chest and chin down, or if you want to go through a chaturanga all the way onto the floor, lengthen out, forehead onto the mat, toes untucked. Inhale, rise up to Cobra. Now pull the elbows and the heels of the hands energetically back, so the chest opens through that doorway of the shoulders. Exhale, lower down. Tuck the toes under. And coming up through table, sending the hips to the heels, rising up to downward facing dog. And here on the inhale, reach the right leg high. On the exhale, step it through between the hands. Lowering the left knee down one more time, drawing the hips square. Inhale, rising up, reaching the arms up to the ceiling. And then here, turn to the right. Bring the left hand down, diagonal across to the outside of your right leg. And your right hand comes to your low back. Looking over your right shoulder, finding a twist here. You can stay here, or you can slide that right arm down more, finding prayer twist. And maybe lifting the back knee off the mat. Reaching long through the crown of the head and through the back heel. As long as we can get. And as we inhale, we rise up, reaching the arms up. We find a high crescent lunge. And as we exhale, we turn and open to the other side. The right hand comes to the inside of the right knee. And the left hand just wraps to the back leg here for a moment. Looking over your left shoulder. Inhale, turning back to the front, reaching the arms up, high crescent lunge. And then on the exhale, bring the hands to frame the front foot. Shift the weight into the front foot, reaching the back foot high. One more time. Inhale, lifting the leg a little bit higher. And then on the exhale, step it back down one more time. We come into a low lunge here, lower the back knee down to the mat. Then bring the left hand to the inside of the right foot. As you inhale, reach the left arm high to the ceiling. And then your choice of keeping the knee down or lifting the back knee up. Inhale. Draw the arm down, back behind you. Reaching it back up. And drawing it down behind you. Inhale, reaching it back up, and then here, place that left hand a little bit more to the front of your mat. Shift the weight into that right foot and peel that left leg off the mat, opening to the right side. So we have a twisted Ardha Chandrasana. And then bring your chest parallel to the floor. Bending that standing leg, bending the back leg, and maybe see if you find your right hand finds your left foot. And maybe you find a bind here. Drawing the leg up, sending the chest forward, just playing with it. What's possible? How much space can I find? What feels good? And letting go of the bind, bringing the hands down to the floor, stepping the left leg down to meet the right. Forward folding here for a moment. Hanging down here. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. And step back to a plank. Lowering down your way. Full chaturanga on knees, chest in. Forehead to the mat. Inhale, rise up to your Cobra or maybe an upward facing dog. And then exhale, find your downward facing dog while I let my foot out to it. Go. All right, then here in your downward facing dog, I rejoin you. And on the inhale, we lift the left leg this time high. And then exhale, step it through between your hands. Lowering the right knee down for a moment. Square the hips. Inhale, rise up, reach the arms high. Then on the exhale, turn over to the left. Right arm comes diagonal across. Left arm comes on your low back. Looking over your left shoulder, you can stay here or slide that right arm down a little more, bending the elbow. Finding your hand with the other hand. Staying here or lifting the right knee off the mat. Reaching into a prayer twist. Creating length, pressing through the back of the heel, reaching the crown of the head away. Untwisting, reaching the arms up, finding high crescent lunge here. Inhale, and on the exhale, open out to the right side. Left hand to the inside of the left knee. And the right hand wraps to the inside of the right thigh. Looking over the right shoulder. Inhale, reaching the arms up to the front, high crescent lunge. Exhale, hands find the mat, shift the weight forward, lifting the right leg up, standing needle. And placing the right leg back down behind. Right knee back down to the floor. The right hand comes to the inside of the left foot. So you inhale, reach the left hand high to the ceiling. You can lift the right knee off the mat. Inhale, reach. Exhale, draw the arm back behind you. Inhale, reach. And exhale, drawing the arm back behind. Inhale, reach. And then here we place that right hand a little bit more forward. Shift the weight forward and slowly begin to peel that right leg off the mat. Finding Parivrita, Ardha, Chandrasana, or twisted half moon. Then bring the left hand down to the mat, bring the chest forward. You can bend both knees and reaching with your right hand for your, no, with your left hand for your right foot. And maybe seeing if there's a bind possible, opening the heart a little bit more forward here. If not, you can just always let go and just play with bending and straightening that leg behind you here. And sending the right leg back, hands on the mat. Sending the left leg back, finding your plank. Lower down your weight. Forehead on the mat, and this time lengthen the arms out alongside the body. Hands onto the mat, palms of the hands facing up. As you inhale, lift your chest, your head, your arms, and your legs. And then reach back with your fingers. Reach back behind you, open the chest a little more. Exhale, lower everything down. Hands come under the shoulders. Tuck the toes under, rise back up onto hands and knees, and just sink back for child's pose here. Yeah, lowering down, resting down in child's pose for a moment. Coming up onto the fingertips, lifting the heels of the hands off the mat, reaching the arms forward, and bringing the hands back down, rising up through table and then to downward facing dog. One more time, find your grounding in downward facing dog. The heels are heavy, whether they touch the ground or not, it's not so important if they touch the earth. And then once more, envision we're drawing the inhalation through the hands and through the feet into our body, and send it out through arms and legs and hands and feet. Inhale, we lift the right leg behind. Exhale, step it through between your hands, and then bring both hands to the inside of the right foot. Returning to the front. So the legs are wide, the toes are facing outward. The fingertips are on the earth. We bend the knees and just sway from side to side here a little bit with bent knees. And then find the center, balancing in the center, rising up, keeping the knees bent, and the arms hang down on the inside of our thighs, finding a goddess pose or temple here. Inhale, we reach the arms up overhead, looking up. The palms come to touch and we just draw them down past the third eye center, the lips, down to the heart, all the way, releasing them down to the ground. And then once more, inhaling, rising the arms up. And exhale, slowly drawing them down. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, draw them down. So we stop at the heart. And then as we inhale, we open the arms out to the side. We turn the left heel down and turn the right toes a little more to the front and open up into a warrior two. And keeping the palms facing the sky and then turn them down facing the earth. We drop that left hand down behind, reaching the right arm up, leaning back. And then here that left arm comes up, the fingertips hook. One more time. You're still here, Colleen. Can you hear me? Okay, I think we lost everybody else. No, everybody else is still here, it looks like.
It was frozen for a while. I saw a frozen screen.
Yeah, my screen completely locked out. So I'll fetch you where we were, okay? All right, I had to log in again. All right. Let's go back. Okay. All right, so here we are. So we were in warrior two. Right foot forward, the left leg is long. We came out of peaceful warrior here. And then here, we bring the right forearm down to the right knee, reaching the left arm up and over, finding the extended side angle. And this is a chance to, if you want to find a half bind or maybe a full bind is in your practice, you can go ahead and find that right here. Drawing that left shoulder if you're in this bind a little bit back. And reconnecting with the earth, pressing that outer edge of the left foot down into the ground. Inhale, rising back up. Opening the arms out, and then here we shift the weight into that right foot. Find the earth with the right fingertips and lifting the left leg. Turning open, reaching the left arm high and finding our Ardha Chandrasana here, our full variation of half moon. Now we can maybe have a block or a book underneath the hand here. I like to have the earth right below me because otherwise it's too wobbly. Inhale, expand a little more, and then on the exhale, slowly bring that left knee next to the right, bending the standing leg, just wrapping the left arm around your legs. And then inhale, expand and open up once more. And exhaling once more, drawing in. And inhale, expanding. And place the left hand back down on the mat. And place the left foot back down, coming around with the fingertips through the center, finding goddess pose in the legs one more time, rising up, reaching the arms out to the side. And then this time the right heel spins out and the left toes turn to the left. Finding warrior one. The right hand comes down, the left arm reaches up on the inhale. Reach high and then lean back. Maybe the hooking of the fingers, drawing them back. Inhale, open out to warrior two. And then finding extended side angle, left forearm on the left thigh. Inhale, reaching the right arm really, really high. And then drawing it overhead. And then also if half binds or full binds are in your practice, that's your chance to find that here. Draw the right shoulder open. Inhale, rising back up to warrior two. And place the right hand onto the right hip, shifting the weight forward and then finding either a block or a book or the ground with your fingertips and lifting up into Ardha Chandrasana here, half moon. Maybe keeping the hand on the hips, maybe reaching the arm long and then pressing through that right heel, flexing the toes. Inhale, expanding a little bit more, then on the exhale, bending the standing leg, drawing that right knee beside, hugging the legs. Inhale, opening back up. And exhale, hugging in. Inhale, open up. And hugging back in. Open up one more time. Placing the right hand on the floor, bring the right foot down, walking the fingertips back around, and then straighten your legs. Place the toes facing forward and come into a wide-legged forward fold here. Maybe interlacing the hands on the back of your head. Just maybe ever so slightly swinging from side to side a little bit. Or just having hands down, maybe reaching for the outside of the ankles. Or wrapping peace fingers around the big toes. Inhaling and exhaling. Then we walk the hands around to the front. And then just simply coming down into a tabletop one more time here on hands and knees. And then inhale, just lift the right leg behind. And then bring it forward. Turn the right knee out and reach with your left hand onto your right ankle and just draw that leg through to the front. So the knee is down. And tuck the back toes under, the left toes tuck under, lifting the left knee off the mat, and then reach that right leg out over to the left side. Place that right hand in the center of the mat, roll onto the inner edge of that left foot and reach the left arm high. We're just coming into fallen triangle here. Just expanding into all directions, grounding down through your right hand and your left foot. Inhaling, exhaling, bringing the left hand down. And then bringing the right knee behind the right wrist. Lengthening out through that left leg. And lower the left knee down, uncurl the toes. Stay on the fingertips. Inhale, sending the heart forward. And maybe here you can even lift one arm or both arms for a moment. Or just stay on your fingertips, shining the heart forward. And then beginning to lower your hands, your forearms down, your head down. Maybe you have your head on a block or a book. Just lowering down into pigeon pose here, lengthening that left leg out behind for a moment. Take a moment. Just taking a peek. Yeah, connecting with your breath. Sending the breath into these areas where there's sensation. And see if we can just let some of that sensation relax a little bit more. On your next inhale, slowly come back up onto your hands and just simply roll down onto your right hip and swing that left leg around and place the left foot to the outside of the right knee. Then take a moment making sure that both hips are settled on the floor. When we inhale, the right arm threads under the left knee, and with your hand you just reach for the outside of your left thigh. Reaching the right arm up on the left arm up on the inhale, and then sending it down behind you on the exhale, twisting, turning over your left shoulder. On the inhale, reach a little taller. On the exhale, twist a little deeper. And then inhaling, turning back around. You just find a counter twist, opening to the other side, right hand on the mat. Left hand just rests on your left ankle, looking over your right shoulder. Then come back around to the center, coming onto hands and knees, finding a downward facing dog here. Pedaling out your feet here for a moment, bending one leg at a time. And come back down into table. I'm just going to turn around so you can see me from this side. This time inhale, standing the left leg long behind. And bringing it to the front, and then reaching with your right hand for your right ankle and pulling the leg through, placing it down. And then coming onto the toes of the right foot. Lifting up and sending the left leg out over to the side. Peeling the right arm off the mat, rolling onto the inner edge of that right foot. Reaching high here, fallen triangle. Expanding out. Making sure we're not sinking into that left shoulder. Inhaling. And exhale, we bring that right hand around. Bring the left knee behind the left wrist. Sending the right leg long behind for a moment. Coming onto fingertips. Sending the heart forward, sending the gaze forward. And then again, your choice of maybe lifting one arm or both arms up for a moment. And then lowering the hands down and finding your pigeon on this side. Maybe making a pillow with both fists. Or maybe just lowering the forehead down on the ground. Sending your breath in the areas of sensation, letting them melt away a little bit. And then on your next inhale, rising back up onto your hands. And just rolling over onto your left hip, swinging that right leg around and placing the right foot to the outside of the left knee. And then once more, making sure the hips are evenly on the floor. The left arm threads under the right knee, reaches for your right thigh. The right arm reaches up, and then we send it down back behind, looking over the right shoulder. Sitting in a twist here. Growing tall on the inhale, and then from the thoracic spine, finding that twist over to the right. And untwisting and finding the counter twist for a moment. Over the left shoulder, left hand down behind. And then coming back around to the front and just straighten both legs out. Shaking them out for a moment. Reaching the arms really, really tall, flexing the feet so the heels come off the mat. And then on the exhale, keep reaching forward. Maybe finding your toes, maybe finding your legs, finding the forward fold here, reaching long. And rising back up. Hands come down a little bit behind your hips, sliding your feet in. And then lifting the legs up off the mat, flexing the feet. Maybe lifting the arms up as well. Inhaling, growing a little taller through the spine, and then on the exhale, sending the right leg long, leaning back a little bit. Inhale, bring the right knee back in. And then switching sides on the exhale, sending the left leg long. And we could just keep switching sides here a little bit. And then hugging both knees into your chest. Maybe bring your forehead onto your knees here for a moment. And place the feet on the mat. Hands come to the back of the thighs, and then just slowly roll yourself down all the way onto the floor. Keep the knees bent, keep the feet flat on the floor. Slide them in a little bit closer to the hips so we can press into the feet. Just lift the hips up and reach the arms overhead, lay them down behind you. Just for an easy bridge pose here. Sending the breath up and down along the front body. Pressing into the feet a little bit more, maybe drawing the inner thighs towards each other. And one more inhale, maybe lifting the hips just a tad higher, and then exhaling, rolling the hips back down, bringing the arms back down alongside the body. And then from here, draw the knees in, maybe find a happy baby. Massaging the low back, rolling from side to side, maybe straightening one leg at a time. Just any last movements you like to do here at this point before you lengthen out to Shavasana. Maybe happy baby, maybe you want to come into a waterfall pose or shoulder stand. Just choose your last movements that you want to choose here. And then when you're ready, just begin to lengthen out on your mat, sending the legs long, the arms alongside the body. Maybe you want to cover yourself up, maybe a blanket or a sweater. Just taking a moment to adjust, to get a little more comfortable here. And scanning the body from crown to toes, softening around the eyes. Put a little smile to the outside of the eyes. Relax the jaw, part the teeth. And let the tongue rest behind the bottom teeth. Let the shoulders just relax away, drawing to the earth. And feel heaviness in your entire body sinking into the ground a little more. And following the wave of your breath. And maybe your ears following along a little bit of the sound of the chimes. Begin to gather your breath ever so slightly, a little bit deeper, a little bit fuller. Bring some gentle movements back into hands and feet. And maybe stretching the arms out long behind, just wakening up, giving yourself a nice long stretch, inhaling. Sighing it out, and then roll over on your favorite side. Staying there for a moment, cradling the head in your elbow. Giving yourself that moment between coming out of the restfulness and the practice and moving back into our day. I'm reading one more time. Our community card for tonight is ascending the mountain. Keep going forward. And then gently rise yourself up to a seat. You can keep the eyes closed. Let the hands rest on your knees. Take a moment to decide. Do you want to have the palms facing up? Do you want to have the palms facing down? Rising a little taller, feeling the earth below and the sky above. Inhaling and sighing out. And then just bring the hands to the heart for a shared Om to close our practice together. Inhaling to Om. And then we lift the hands to the third eye center on our forehead. Wishing for peace and light and love in all our thoughts. Sending the hands to the lips for peace, love, and light in our words. And back to the heart for peace, love, and light in all of our actions. Thank you for practicing tonight. Thank you so much.